Welcome back. We are here with John Fausett from the National Weather Service, our monthly visit, and we're actually talking about what is my favorite time of year, monsoon season. Officially started yesterday. It lasts through September 30th. Yesterday we discussed we weren't officially under that monsoonal pattern yet, but I want to talk with John about the difference between the pre-monsoonal and the monsoon weather pattern, or that setup that brings us the moisture that we need for those storms. So John, take it away.
Well, first of all, remember the monsoon is not a storm. The monsoon is a pattern that facilitates thunderstorm development when the moisture that comes in. But before the monsoon sets up, you have more of a westerly flow, and generally that's dry. A little different this year with El Nino and the hurricanes in the East Pacific, so it's not totally dry. But now we're in a transitional period where you're starting to get a little more moisture flowing in with the desert Southwest heating up, that thermal low you see drawing in low-level moisture, plus upper-level high pressure with its clockwise flow sooner or later is going to be establishing itself, and that will draw in deeper moisture from the south.
Yeah, so you can kind of follow this map. The rotation around the high shows that pump of moisture from the Gulf, the rotation around that thermal low, or the heating that we see in our afternoon, pumping in some of that moisture from the southwest of us, and then that really is a perfect zone for us to see our monsoon pattern set up. Now, we aren't officially seeing that build yet, but we're starting to shift into that zone. Is that correct? That's correct,
and we have a monsoon season just like hurricane season. Doesn't mean you have a hurricane on the first day of hurricane season, but during monsoon season, there are all kinds of hazards you need to be aware of, and we talk about each of those this week. We started with flash flood safety yesterday, going to lightning safety today, and then the rest of it as the week goes on.
Yeah, so downburst winds, dust storms, heat stress, all different focuses of the monsoon pattern, things that we see certainly here in the borderland. And the focus today is lightning safety, so I thought we'd kind of go over that a little bit and discuss some of the factors in lightning, which is something that we could potentially see a little later today.
Yeah, we already saw it yesterday, and unfortunately, if you're outdoors, you're out of luck. There's no safe place outdoors, but those little tips you see there might relieve the danger a tiny bit, but you're still in danger. If you can find a metal enclosed car outdoors, that would be almost like being indoors. Okay, not a convertible, but when thunder roars, go indoors.
Yeah, and of course we always say folks that are swimming, if you're out golfing, those are some of those major threats. Just don't do it. I know our weather can be nice out there, but it's just not worth it when we start calling for those thunderstorms. And if
you're indoors, don't use a corded phone or an appliance, anything connected to a wire that can bring electricity in from an outside lightning strike. So even indoors, you got to be careful. All
right, well, John, thank you very much. And National Weather Service has been posting some pretty detailed information on all the other different days for Monsoon Awareness Week, and I'll continue posting those through our Facebook as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back.